Всем здорово, народ, с вами Мивар. Мы продолжаем проходить игру Mass Effect 3. В прошлой части мы забрали с Луны, как Луна там называлась, Миная, нового примарха, как там, Виктон, как его так звали. Вот, сейчас еще у нас студия получила новое тело. Вот этого робота, которого мы убили. В общем, не знаю, сейчас, наверное, часть будет состоять по большей части из болтовни.
Seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's him. He's an old friend of Erdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Ну, увидим. Ладно, Гарус, что хорошего скажешь?
Garrus, didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different.
Ну, скорее всего, так и есть.
I should have left Palaven behind.
Я понимаю.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about.
Ну да, интересный пример.
Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up.
Да, теперь от нас зависит судьба всей галактики. Она и раньше от нас зависела, но теперь уже как-то не так. Будет непросто.
I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, a certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table.
Ну, пошли квасить. Родные на половине.
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
Не беспокойся.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. What about you? Any word from your family?
My mother's in the Alliance. Haven't heard from her since Earth got hit.
I'm sure she's okay.
Наши шансы на победу. Еще он говорит что-то про банальности.
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in C-Sec. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
Ты не сомневаешься?
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
К сожалению, да. Оперативная группа Гаруса.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for C-Sec, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
Да, еще история.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy. Meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them. And he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did
И что вышло?
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
Примарх Виктус.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Примарх.
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
Может, им станешь ты?
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of succession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
Это все.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Да, давай.
Good to be back on board, Shepard.
Так, пойду забегу к Ляре. Может, с ней можно о чем-то поговорить.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
С Гарусом решил
Garrus.
поболтать?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
На весь запрос сотрудника Альянса, агент... На сотрудниками Альянса, агента ЦРДР. Решили дополнительные... Понимаете, как сильно влипли... Я не успокоюсь, слушайте, врать я вам не стану, у вас проблемы, но знаешь, что их нельзя решить, если поможет нам. Мы можем взрыв, ай, кашляется в порядке, но черт возьми, номер то, что? Все, лицо исчезло, что это лицевая бомба какая-то, вот, блин, в Цербере. Все так заминировано. Ляра.
Just old memories. I spent a few weeks on Palavin's South Peaks when I was very, very young. A Turian there teased me a little, saying that the mountains went on forever. I remember believing him. When I looked up at Palavin from its moon, I saw those same mountains burning. It's good to see you.
Dr. Tassoni found useful information in the data you recovered, Commander.
Понятно. Диалог как-то не сдался. Так, тут у нас что? Тут у нас пока ничего. Тоже ничего. Тут, походу, ничего. Класс. Так, ну что ж. Поехали на инженерную палубу, гоняем. Посмотрим, что там хорошего происходит. Может, интервью заодно дадим. Кстати, вот специалист на Т, она лесбиянка. Так что ее вопрос вполне трейнер. Вполне логичный. Говорить. Нет, продолжайте. Ну, хорошо. Я думаю, ты у меня спросишь что-нибудь про Палавен, но не хочешь спрашивать, не надо. Дело твое. Окей. Так. Док Челноков. Так, и где у нас тут все? Джеймс. Так, Кортес что нам хорошего скажет? Вот он. Окей. Боевой информационный центр. Да, давай жгем.
It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I did not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels.
Давай жгем.
Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
Гриссомская академия.
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project helps gifted young biotics. If it had been open 20 years ago, I bet you'd have been there.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
Я хотел бы им помочь.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie perform an analysis. It's fake. Edie thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Неплохо.
Good catch.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer. Good catch.
Thank you, Commander. Commander?
Так, электронная почта. Встретимся в чистилище. Ария Тлак. Шепард, у меня к тебе предложение, ты не захочешь его упустить. Я на цитадели в ночном клубе чистилища. Не заставляй меня слишком долго ждать. Ария. Я Спектр. Эшли Уильямс. Капитан. Не знаю, как и сказать. Ундина хочет, чтобы я стал Спектром. Знаю, это безумие. Я небольшая поклонница Ундины, но организовать назначение Спектра он реально может. Он настаивает на ответе, но я не знаю, что ему сказать. Не из постели-то еще рано выбираться. Тут такое. Я сказал ему, что подумаю над предложением. Если окажетесь рядом с Цитаделью, зайди в больницу, навести меня. А то совсем рехнусь от скуки. Эшли, ну хоть проснулась. Просьба о помощи. Отправитель неизвестен. Капитан, меня зовут Йодун Бау. Я из спецкорпуса тактической разведки. Хотя кое у кого остаются сомнения касательно ваших прошлых дел с Цербером, многие из нас, Спектр, серьезно отнеслись к вашим предостережениям насчет жнецов. Я вышел на связь с вами, потому что располагаю информацией, которая может привести на сторону жнецов агентов со значительным весом в политике. Буду признательна, если вы найдете время встретиться со мной в посольстве Цитадели, не привлекая лишнего внимания. Искренне ваш, Йодун Бау, Гор Спектр. Это правильный адрес, Шепард? Я звонил и посылал письма, но ответа не дождался. Не знаю, дойдет ли это письмо, но злые связи на земле больше не работают. До меня дошел слух, что на Цитадель прибыла Нормандия. Ты вообще жив? Я сейчас в больнице Гуэрта, поступил сюда под именем Танар Нуар. Прошу прощения за псевдоним и шифрованное письмо, но при моей профессии иначе нельзя, тем более, раз я нездоров. Нам нужно встретиться, прежде чем обстоятельства вновь нас разлучат. Тейн. Срочное сообщение от адмирала Хакетом. Капитан, на Цитадели работает ученый альянс доктор Гаррет Брайсон. Нужно, чтобы вы встретились и поговорили с ним. Доктор Брайсон получил новую важную информацию о жнецах, которая может повлиять на ход войны. Официально поручаю вам при первой же возможности помочь ему в работе. Пожалуйста, следите лаборатории Брайсон на Цитадели. Омега, нужно встретиться. Ариат Лок. Шепард, нужно поговорить о важном деле, только наедине. Я все организую, пока... давай встретимся на Цитадели. Чистилище, подходящее название. Могу тебе помочь в твоей войне. Окей. Так. Джокер.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot.
Ты знал об этом?
She installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander. Don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that Edie was going to install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it?
Да, тебе было бы
Look at
сложно.
that. I would have baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, Edie. Yes, you are. Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. There's a whole lot of crap out there needs a bullet between the eyes. Plus, we might need something calibrated. Commander?
Сузим.
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions. If I could accompany you sometime.
Окей.
Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
То может быть.
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker
Okay.
not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
Я ожидаю разумного суждения.
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer.
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Ты сама выбираешь свой путь?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you
Да,
think it'll
могу.
help, I'll do what I can.
Что там сложного-то?
Very well. I will keep you informed.
Могла бы сейчас задать.
Yes, Shepard?
Возможности тела.
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. Its optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can...
Любопытство свойственно живым существам.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
Работа.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
И с этим
So
экспериментируешь.
you're capable of making improvements on your own.
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
Новое тело.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
Тебе что-то не нравится? Ой, что-то нравится.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting.
Окей.
That was a joke.
Я догадался. Побег
How
Нормандии.
did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Ты обманул их?
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Ладно, пока что все.
Carry on, Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Так, блин, 21 минуту уже тут болтаюсь и ничего не делаю под толком. Так, ну что ж, мне сказали лететь на цитадель, да? Погнали на цитадель, сгоняем. Выход с орбиты. Так, что у нас тут есть? Так, жалко, тут не пишет, насколько исследована система. Придется опять записывать. Так, ну ладно, применить. И мы сейчас вообще находимся. Окей. Так, ну что ж, летим-то в туманной змея. На цитадель. Встретиться с доктором Брайсоном, встреча с Ариет Лак. Это огромная космическая станция, предположительно построена протеанами. Давно исчезнувшим народом в настоящее время здесь размещается лицевец цитадели. Гравитационным вращением составляет 0,12G. А в жилых секторах снижено до 0,03 центральных G в районах президиума. Стыковочка. Так. К доктору Брайсону я не полечу.
Just our way of welcoming you back, Flight Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting docking permission?
Docking permission granted. Would you like private transport arranged?
Нет, спасибо.
Yes, Commander.
Так. Данные. Дель. Доктор Брайсон. Так, прежде Суркрэш. Так. Римская академия, N7 лаборатория Цербера. Куда ни плюнь, появились какие-то задачи.
Sure you'll be fine. It's just so damn inconvenient. It's like we're pre-space flight all of a sudden.
А, куда ты меня двигаешь? Инсектоид.
Explosive munitions. I thought you weren't going to be on the front lines.
Not in hot combat zones, no, of course not. But sometimes they need us to breach enemy fortifications.
You said you were just going to be building emergency outposts.
Ладно, их диалог, в принципе, был не самым интересным, который я когда-либо слышал. Ну что ж.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select the
Доки, зона хранения. Так, мы же в доках? Или нет? Ага. Все, я вспомнил, что это такое. Так, ну что ж. Погнали тогда в больницу сначала.
Yes, I know your stock of modified metagel is low, but no, you don't understand. This isn't for. Listen, I am.
Ладно, Тейн.
Commander Shepard, when I heard Earth was under attack, I tried to call. I never got
Тейн Криос.
Thane, good to see you staying in shape.
Профессиональный убийца.
My disease kills slowly. With enough care and a healthy lifestyle, it can be delayed for a few years. Of course, my allotted time has come and gone. Now I exercise because it pleases me. What are you doing here?
Visiting a friend who got hurt protecting me. Ashley.
The dark-haired human woman in intensive care. She will be starting physical therapy with my class soon.
That's her.
If she means something to you, then I will help how I can. As long as she is here.
Это хорошая новость.
My protection.
I appreciate it, Thane.
I am near the end of my life. It is a good time to be generous. Kepral syndrome has put most of my other plans on hold.
Можешь отправиться со мной?
I'm back in the Normandy on an important mission. Sure could use you.
I would not be as I was before. I need daily medical attention. And if I know you, you will want to fight the Reapers somehow. You need the best at your side. And I am not.
Ты можешь нам помочь.
You don't have to wrestle down Krogan and break their necks. I'm sure we could find you lighter work.
I am at peace with what I've done in my life, Shepard. There comes a time when one must rest from war and conflict. It is not your time, but it is mine.
Сколько ты еще проживешь?
You know how much time you have left?
I've been to several doctors. My favorite gave me 3 months to live. 9 months ago. It's freeing to find no requirements placed on me. No responsibilities. No fears. It is a good end to a life.
Тебе больно?
Are you in a lot of pain?
At times. The oxygen transfer proteins don't form correctly. Your human equivalent would be hemoglobin. As a result, my blood is low in oxygen. No matter how much I breathe in, I get tingling, numbness, and that is the best of it. As for my brain,
Неприятно.
I cannot track the damage. I just experience dizziness from time to time.
Ладно, до
I
свидания,
wish the
Тейн.
best for you, Thane.
And I for you. Do not grieve for me. I have good doctors. My son visits regularly. Perhaps we will keep up via the extranet now that you are free. Until we meet again, Shepard. Coming by again, Shepard? And I for you. Perhaps we will keep up via the...
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building, we know dead.
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
5 justices say he's alive. 2 of them appointed by him. The name is what it is.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
Having a VI drive your body isn't life. Are Reaper husks alive?
You did not just say that.
But it's the same thing, isn't it? He walks and makes noises just like they do.
Поддержал.
I guess I'm just surrounded by
Продавщицу. Ну, не продавщицу.
Took her long enough to get the hint.
Доктор Мишель.
Again, Commander. Here to see our patient?
Как она?
How's Ashley doing?
Stable. There's no evidence of cognitive impairment from the concussion, but multiple shoulder fractures are still on the mend. Bed rest under observation is all that's needed now. I'm sure a visit would be welcomed.
Все добро.
You too.
Какой у него странный акцент.
It says the station's communication system is offline.
Listen to me, those prototypes are vital. We need these biotic upgrades to fight the Reapers.
Так, ничего интересного не происходит.
Yes, but clone tissue replacement takes months. You'll need a prosthetic.
Oh no.
I highly recommend talking to our resident psychiatrist before the operation.
Так, то что появилось? Нет. Ладно, пойдем к Эшли зайдем.
I'd like an answer, Lieutenant Commander. The galaxy has need of exceptional soldiers like you, now more than ever.
I still need time. You'll have my answer soon, I promise.
I look forward to it. Shepard?
Удина.
Udina, I got your email.
Окей.
Made your decision yet?
On becoming a Spectre? Not yet. It's an honor and all. But I don't know. I need to think about it some more.
Ну, не затягивай.
It's a big decision. Smart to give it some thought. Here, I picked this up for you. Figured you had some downtime.
Thanks. That's sweet. I've been climbing the walls.
How are you doing?
Good, considering. The nurse said you checked in on me earlier. Still out cold, I guess.
We didn't have time to talk. I thought maybe if you were up for it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure you wanted to. You were pretty clear on Mars about where things stood.
What do you mean?
You're not a part of Cerberus anymore. Case closed. Full stop.
Ну, окей.
It's the truth.
Okay. You cut all ties. I accept that. It's just that if you're giving the orders, I need to be able to count on you.
Аналогично.
That works both ways. It's a damn mess out there. All we've got is the people around us. We have to trust each other or this doesn't work. Deal?
Deal.
У тебя есть все?
Okay. Get some rest. You need anything at all, let me know.
Shepard, wait. There's one more thing. I wasn't sure if I should mention it.
What is it?
I have family back on Earth. I haven't heard from them. It's making me crazy. But I know you're busy, Shepard. We can talk later.
Да ладно, расскажи мне.
I've got time to talk.
Работаем вместе.
We can't afford to be at each other's throats. If we plan on getting through this, we need to trust each other.
I was trying to keep the family stuff to myself, to be professional. I don't know how you managed to keep it all together.
I have my moments, believe me.
You know, I'm glad to hear it.
Повышение до капитана-лейтенанта.
So, what's all this Lieutenant Commander business?
Seems like the old Williams curse is losing its grip. Was sure I'd top out at gunnery, Chief.
You've worked hard. You deserve it.
I thought so too. Until Eden Prime. Losing 212 was... well, you know.
It was the Reapers, Ash. You did the best you could, and survived to help us.
Just losing everyone under my command, it's tough to face. I'll never forget any of them.
Right now, we need you back on your feet.
I'll be back. And first order of business is to shove their metal tentacles right up there. I mean, I'll fight with honor and courage, sir.
Окей.
Roger that, Elsie.
Твоя семья?
Who's back on Earth?
Mom plus my 3 sisters. The youngest, Sarah, was away on her honeymoon. Married a military man, Thomas. He got called back in and she was stuck alone. She called me. It's been pretty tough.
I imagine.
I was always there to protect them growing up. Even when I was off on tour, they knew they could talk to me. I told her to come to the Citadel. We could wait for news together.
Контакта нет?
I didn't hear from you while I was a guest of the Alliance.
I couldn't face you, even when Anderson requested my presence. It was difficult.
It's okay. We're past that. Fresh start.
It's gonna take time.
Copy that. But not too long. The bad guys aren't taking coffee breaks.
Okay, what is this? Healing through guilt?
Seems to be working.
Земля.
Have you heard anything about Earth?
We have reports coming all the time on what's going on. Half are wild speculation, and half are probably too optimistic to be true.
We have to believe that we can do something.
When I thought you were dead, I lost hope. I'm telling you. But when you came back, I was ready to believe anything. I mean, maybe this problem can't be solved by some grunt shooting the boogeyman in the face. But if you think it might help, I'm game.
That sounds more like the Ash I know.
Ну что ж, поправляйся.
I should get back to it. Take care of yourself.
You too, Shepard. Anytime.
Понятно, вернуться, прощай. Уф. Ну что ж, ребят, на этом данная часть прохождения игры, где просто было хреново туча диалогов, подошла к концу. Если вам понравилось видео, ставьте лайк, подписывайтесь на канал, вступайте в группу ВКонтакте. И всем спасибо за просмотр. До новых встреч.